So, hello. My name is Austin Van Dusen, and I thought it would be a good idea to make a YouTube channel instead of going to therapy. I've gone through, I don't want to say a lot of issues in my life because I don't think my issues are equatable to actual problems. So I've gone through a lot of experiences in my life that I think are worth sharing just because I've done a lot of, I won't say bad things, but I've made a lot of bad mistakes and I've made a lot of stupid mistakes. And I think that a lot of people could learn from these, even though I'm only 20. Girl, I have made some stupid decisions. So of course I'm aware that no one is actually going to be watching these, as this is more of like a video diary. My intended goal is not to become a blogger, it's not to become, what am I doing? My goal is not to become like a blogger or famous or something else that one might probably want out of YouTube. My goal is just to have like a video diary documentation of the stupid situations that I have to go through, and it's kind of to have like someone to talk to. I don't have many friends. That makes me sound like either a complete bitch or socially awkward. I'm a little bit of both, but I would say me not having friends is more of my choice. I'm a very specific individual that a lot of people can't handle. My brain moves like a million miles a minute. I'm quite crude, I'm quite rude, and I would like to say, this sounds narcissistic as fuck, but I would like to say I am on a different brain level than other people, and me having to endure people's stupidity is kind of fucking annoying. So I just choose to only have one friend. I literally have one friend. His name's Nick, and instead of unloading all my fucking issues on Nick, I thought maybe I would talk to an inanimate object such as this camera that I have right here. My idea for this is to try to be as 100% raw as possible and try to be myself. I've done YouTube 2 other times, once when I was like 13 or like 12, and I was emo or scene or whatever, and I had like a little bit of a social following, and I thought it'd be a good idea to make a YouTube channel because my goal was to be like some blogger, something, famous, all that shit that everyone was trying to achieve through YouTube. So when I had a YouTube channel back when I was like 13, it was me just trying to be seen and emo, that was like my style, that was like my aesthetic, that's what I was trying to project into the world, that's what I was. I really had no perception of like mental illness, mental issues, but I thought it would be a cute idea to try to like glamorize those. I really wanted to have anxiety and have depression because I thought it was an aesthetic. I thought it was a vibe. That is what I genuinely thought when I was 13. And while most people probably wouldn't admit that, my goal for this YouTube channel is to be 100% honest with things that I have gone through in my life, and thinking anxiety and depression was glamorous was unfortunately a reality for me when I was 13. Anyways, I had a YouTube channel. It was purposeless. I'm not even sure what the fuck I was doing on there, but I would throw on some black eyeshadow, look really what I thought was cool, and make some 2-minute video. Fast forward a few years, I had a YouTube channel with my best friend when I was like 15 or 16, and it was like a fashion, outfit of the day oriented type channel, and the content was it was pretty good for like our age, and I had a lot of fun doing it, but we weren't friends anymore eventually, and then it just kind of crumbled beneath us. We were snowballing, like we had quite a few followers, like we were gaining like 200, 300 a day, which is pretty good. But things don't work out, and honestly, I wasn't like being myself in either of those situations. I was portraying a certain image that I thought I wanted to be, but through coming of age, you realize you're just so stupid through your teenage years, trying to be this person, that person, something else than what you are. And now I think I've come to a place in my life at 20 where I'm my most authentic self. I think. I don't know. I have a lot more growing to do. Anyhow, back on track. The goal of this channel is for me to be able to articulate my thoughts and share all of the situations and experiences that I have gone through in my life. I'll be honest, this is the third time I fucking recorded this video because I can't seem to get to the end point of this particular video. I describe my brain as a Rubik's Cube or like the streets of Manhattan. I have an end goal. I have an end like, sorry, I have an itch. Oh my God. I have like an end topic to focus on or to get to or like a point to get to, but at some point I make a wrong move or I make a wrong turn and I get lost and I just fucking forget what I was even talking about. So, third time recording this, really trying to power through it and just describe exactly what I'm fucking doing in front of this camera. I do honestly think I'm a pretty interesting person. I think all the experiences that I've gone through are very tailored and specifically oriented to me and something that no one else can understand because I have such a specific mindset that I've never encountered anyone with the exact mindset that I have, so I think it's like interesting to share my perspective on the world, on events, on things I go through, on the stupidity of fucking people and how I can't deal with it. And it may seem like I'm faking this bitchiness, but I genuinely am this bitchy. I don't describe myself as bitchy, but other people do, so that's why I'm using this adjective. So I'm a bitch. No, I'm not. Honestly, I'm not a bitch. I genuinely tried to make sure all of the words and all of the ideas that I perpetuate or say, all the things that I say have facts backing them. Like if I call someone a dumb bitch, I'm going to explain to you why you're a dumb bitch, what makes you a dumb bitch, and, you know, really try to explain to you why I called you a dumb bitch. I'm not just trying to be mean. I think being mean is when you're trying to be malicious, you're trying to tear someone down, you're trying to make someone feel less than, and I never do that. I never intend to do that. I intend to get my point across, and I don't give a fuck how it comes across. Like, if I'm trying to tell you something, I'm just gonna say it the exact way it comes into my mind. I don't filter anything that comes out of my mouth. I just say exactly what I think. And some people feel that I'm inappropriate or rude or crude, abrasive. There's plenty of synonyms to describe the way I speak and talk and act, but at the end of the day, I don't really give a fuck what people think, because, eventually I'm going to be dead and I don't want to die regretting not saying specific things or feeling like I held back throughout my life. So here I am, sitting in front of a camera instead of going to therapy, thinking this is a good idea, which it probably isn't. I probably should be in therapy, but the reason why I chose not to do that was because I don't think I can find a therapist that really fits my mindset and my perspective, because I think if someone's going to help you through your mental issues and mental hangups, then they need to be capable of understanding your thought processes. And I don't think, honestly, I'm sure there is someone, I know there's someone that can understand like this, but finding that person would cost money, would take time, and I just don't want to deal with that. So I thought it'd be a good idea to sit in front of a fucking camera. I just realized I'm talking so fucking fast. The reason why I'm talking so fast is because I'm afraid of going off topic, so my tactic is to just speak as quick as possible and to avoid going off my trail of thought, because that is where I lose myself. Oh god, I'm losing it. What am I thinking about? What am I trying to say? So some things that I'm going to be going over in this video docu-series type situation of my brain. Things like anxiety, depression, my relationship breakup, how that affected my mind, what I've gone through, how I've achieved a better mindset and a better perspective on life. And when I'm saying that, I'm not trying to push positivity. Like, I'm probably one of the most negative fucking people you will ever hear, but I'm working on that. But when I'm saying all these things, like when I'm talking about, like, sharing my perspective and like blah, 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 I'm not necessarily saying that's going to be like always positive, because I'm not really a positive person, but I think through sharing all of my thoughts, if someone can, you know, better themselves and like learn from my mistakes and maybe pick up a perspective or two on situations in life, then that's great. Maybe some people might think I'm interesting. Maybe I should realize no one's going to be watching these videos. Whatever it may be, I just think somehow, for some reason, I think this is a good idea. So here we are, here we go. That's all I have to say. I think. Oh, this shit's so bad. Honestly, I'm trying so hard to gather my thoughts to make this as concise as possible, but it's honestly ridiculously hard because my brain is just a conglomeration of fuckery, so having to focus is so hard. Like, I literally wrote, like, this doesn't even look impressive or anything, but I wrote in a notebook, like, you can't see that. I wrote in a notebook, like, all these ideas of, like, videos I can film and the topics, so I could try to stay as structured as possible, but it is so hard for me. But maybe I shouldn't worry about being as structured as possible, because there is no point. There is no point, because this is literally just a video diary. That is what this is, a video diary at its most raw form. I will try to be my most raw self. It may not work. We're giving it a go. I think I've ended this video like 3 times now. Like, I can't get to the point where I end it, so we're going to end it. It's done. Goodbye. Okay.